This is the video for Caesar's Gallic War, Book 5, Chapter 43. It's kind of a long chapter, so it might be a long video. Septimo die oppugnationis. Maximo vento coorto. This is a perfect active participle in an ablative absolute. So this whole thing is an ablative absolute. Ferventis fusili glandes ex argula. There's a whole note on this. Fundis, ablative means, by means of. Et ferua facta, perfect passive participle, iacula. Okay, so all of those things. Sorry, wrong verb. Coiperunt. The subject of this is they. They coiperunt, iacere. All of these things that we just did. Ferventes, glandes, ferra facta, iacula, blah, blah, blah. In casas, quae, tecti erant. This is a pluperfect passive verb. Stramentis, ablative of means. More gallico, ablative of manner. Hi comprehenderunt ignem celeriter et distulerunt in omnem locum castrorum magnitudine ablative of cause venti. Hostes maximo clamore ablative of manner. Sicuti parta iam atque explorata victoria. This is all an ablative absolute. Coiperunt agere tures testudinesque et ascendere valum scalis, ablative of means. At tanta virtus militum atque ea praesentia, ea comes from is ea in, praesentia animi, fuit, ut. So we have a tanta here followed by an ut, which makes this ut introducing a result clause. Now, of course, since this is Caesar, he's going to have a cum clause within that result clause, but nevertheless, we're going to translate this ut as with the result that, and we'll come back to what the result of all of this was after we deal with the cum clause. So with the result that cum undique torrenter flamma, ablative means, premerenter maxima multitudine telorum. This is another ablative of means. Que intelligerent vat. This introduces an indirect statement in a cum clause. Sua omnia impedimenta atque omnes fortunas conflagrare. So when all of that was happening, with the result that when all of that was happening, non modo nemo decaderet de wallo causa, which means for the sake of, demigrandi. This is a gerund. Genitive gerund to express purpose. Sed paene ne quidem quisquam, which means like hardly anyone. Respiceret. Ac tum omnes acerime fortissimeque pugnarent. Now the second half. Okay. Hic dies gravissimus fuit longe. This is an adverb, probably by far. Nostris, dative of reference. Sed tamen habuit hunc eventum. Ut, this is another result clause. Eo die, maximus numerus hostium vulnerator atque interficerator. Ut, and this, interestingly, is a when ut clause, and if you're wondering how anyone could possibly know that, you have to look at the verb. So in this ut clause, It has an imperfect, two imperfect subjunctives. Imperfect subjunctives are formed by the second principal part plus an ending, which is exactly what this is. It's an infinitive. But this we have is a pluperfect indicative verb. So with an ut with any kind of indicative verb is going to be a when ut, not a with the result that or a so that or something like that. So when constipaverunt, se sub ipso wallo, non dabant recessum, ultimi, that's the subject, non dabant recessum primis. This is a dative indirect object. Paulum quidem, ablative absolute, et ablative absolute, ablative place where, quodam loco, so intermissa flamma, ablative absolute, et turi ad acta, ablative absolute, quodam loco, ablative place where, et, and then this turi has sort of two verbs in its ablative absolute. It goes with two. So turi contingente walum. So with all of those things happening, this thing, and this thing, and this thing, centuriones tertii cohortis ex eo loco quo stabant recesserunt quae removerunt suos omnes quae hostes quae perunt vocare nutu vocibus, these are ablative of means, si velent introire, quorum, this is a genitive plural, nemo ausus est, this is a part of a semi-deponent verb, so it has deponent forms only in the past tenses. So this is a deponent form, so it should be translated active. So nemo ausus est progredi, this is a deponent infinitive. Progredior is a deponent verb. Tum, depturbati, this is a perfect passive participle, ex omni parte, lapidibus conjectis, here's another perfect passive participle describing this, lapidibus, which is an ablative of means. So deturbati, lapidibus conjectis, turis que sequenza est, perfect passive verb.